Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for mid-October. So it is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future. And then we'll look into your person's energy, whoever's on your mind, and your energy and see what's going on there for you. Okay, so thank you so much to everyone who's returning. I love you guys. And if you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I do personal readings. That information's in the description box below if you'd like. All right, so for some reason, while I was shuffling, there was this energy of, like just exhaustion. If you've been feeling that, especially the last couple of weeks, yes, the retrograde, that's going to have a lot to do with it. I feel like for some reason, water signs have been affected a lot in their energy levels. For some reason, it just is, it's like pulling at you. But it will pass, I promise, if you've been feeling this way. It's almost like they just said 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of energy. So you may have felt like, yeah, it's a retrograde. So you're kind of going backwards and not moving forward. And it's just because you need to take a break. So if the exhaustion is kicked in for you, it's because of that. It's like there's just some aspect of your life that's been wearing you out. And I feel like Spirit's trying to pull you back and give you a little bit of a break, whether it be emotionally, mentally, or otherwise. It just feels like physical exhaustion. All right, so let's get into your energy and see what's going on. So in the recent past, I'm going to turn on the candles for you guys really quick. Hold on. I have a little remote control. It's really cool. Because the regular candles that I burn unfortunately cause headaches, so I figured I'd get these cute little fake ones. All right, back to you. So in the recent past, we have the 4 of Wands in reverse. So that feeling that you have of frustration could be around relationships in general. Just where is that stability that I seek in my home life? 1, 2, in a partnership. Like when is there going to be a true balance that's there? So even if you're in one currently, you could be just feeling like things have been a little bit out of whack, like stuff that you didn't expect to happen, petty arguments, things like that. All right, so let's see what else comes out in the recent past. So yeah, the Queen of Wands in reverse just says that your energy's been depleted. So even though there may be a feeling of being stuck, you're actually not. Like I said, this 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you're still progressing. So you're not in a stuck place, you're coming out of it. So where you've been feeling depleted with the Queen of Wands in reverse and the 4 of Wands, relationship aspects could be pulling at your energy. It's like your passion has been slowing down, things like that. All right, the current energy, we have the 4 of Pentacles and then the Knight of Swords in reverse. So there's a need to release something that you've been trying really hard to hold on to. If it's a person, there's a huge indication that this person's not making any kind of moves. Now, in the near future, we have the King of Swords in reverse with the Empress in reverse and the 2 of Pentacles. The overall energy is the Sun card, which is the best card in the deck as far as seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Also, just finding the happiness. Yes, it sounds simplistic, but it really truly is. So whatever it is that you've been going through, it's needing to rest enough that you can find the happiness in the things that are going on around you. So sometimes we're forced to stand still just so we can take a look around us and be the observer. So there's a card in the Oracle deck that I use at the end that's called the Observer, and they're bringing that up. So it's like you're having the ability to kind of look over your life and ask yourself, when was I the happiest? When were things the way that I really wanted them to be? How can I get back to a place where I feel content in my life? So if you've been slowed down, that's the reason. If you've been asking, why is this happening? It's because you need to reflect on the areas of your life that do bring you the most joy, and to have you focus on that and not the things that have gone wrong. We all do that. We all replay things in our minds. But in this case, it's like they want you to observe the things that really bring the joy into your life. Okay, so as I said, the 4 of Wands in reverse with the Queen of Wands and the 8 of Swords. You're coming out of a place of being stuck, and you will. This may happen in the next couple of weeks because we're going mid-October to mid-November, let's say, about that frame of time. So you're going to be coming out of a place of really deep mental energy, but it's going to cause some physical exhaustion. And it's, again, around either your home space where you haven't felt settled, and it's spirit asking you to decide what's really going to make you happy. So if you do need to make a shift, whatever that may be, small or large, this is why you've been going through that feeling of exhaustion. So you may not feel very much like yourself. You could just feel like you haven't been focusing on the things that you normally would, whether it be around your physical, maybe you've just been in sweats and you haven't felt like putting on makeup if you work from home, or just you have slacked in areas that you normally wouldn't have. All right, so we'll clarify that in just a moment. Now, in the current energy with the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles, this is holding on really tightly, and I think it's to the idea of someone in your life, whether this was someone from the past, maybe you've been just holding on to the mental energy where things were imbalanced, overthinking things, could even be somebody currently. And it isn't really about them. It isn't necessarily about their actions. It's you holding on to the idea of either what this person did, what they did or didn't bring to the table, things like that. So it's a lot of needing to release that and allowing something to just happen when it's meant to happen, whether it be that you're waiting for somebody new in your life and you really want it to be the right relationship this time. Again, this is reflection on the things that do make you happy. So where somebody has not shown up the way that you had hoped, releasing some of that from the past situations and just saying, okay, I recognize that this is not what I want. So I need to let that go so that I can focus on the things that are going to make me happy, so I can have that person in my life. You've learned those lessons. Everybody's going through something different at a different time, so this may not resonate for everybody right now. But for those of you that have been holding on too tightly to the idea of how this should look, I feel like it's time to release some of that. All right, so in the near future, the King of Swords in reverse, with the Empress, and then the Two of Pentacles. So there is an energy of someone in your life, whether this is a partner or a family member. It could be a mother figure that you're having some difficulty with, the Empress in reverse. That to me was representing a mom energy. Someone who isn't telling the truth about things, or you could have a mother and father that both were difficult. Either a father who's sharp with their tongue or was a little bit mentally maybe abusive, and then a mom who just wasn't present. That's going to be for some of you. And you could be going back and forth in your head about how that's reflected on your life. So we all have some kind of issue with our parents. Nobody's parents were absolutely perfect. There's always going to be something there. And it could have created this thought in your mind like, I'm never enough, or when is this ever going to be enough? And you're replaying those thoughts in your head. Well, basically what Spirit's trying to say is those are lies. So you are enough, and whatever you experienced, you're growing through. So a lot of the healing that we talk about in these readings are from things that have happened in your childhood, but your soul came to experience that. So if you can allow that and understand why you had to experience what you did, then it's going to put you in a place where you're not going back and forth all the time between feeling confident and sure and feeling like, oh no, I'm going back to that energy of what I felt like back then. So you may still feel a little bit of this in the next month or so, but I don't think it's going to last. I think it's just a lot of this retrograde energy. Now, if you have someone in your life that has been not telling you the truth about something, I feel like you may find a truth out in the future, and it could create a little bit of a feeling of angst, or a slight feeling of not depression necessarily, but just a withdrawal of yourself. It's going to put you in a place where you just are not sure of where you stand. Maybe with that person, could be a father figure, could also just be a masculine energy in your life, a boss or something of that sort. And that could also create this back and forth energy of being confused about where you stand with that person. Okay, so let's clarify the Four of Wands in reverse with the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is for Pisces. All right. So we have the Three of Wands in reverse. That's being impatient, a little bit impatient, or feeling like things are not coming in for you. Like I said, there's a feeling of, okay, I keep moving forward a little bit, but I still feel pulled back. Like there's not as much progression as you'd like, but that's just that feeling of stuck that you're coming out of. All right. Let's look at the Queen of Wands in reverse with the Eight of Swords. So the Seven of Wands puts you in an energy of defending your position. I feel like if people are coming at you about why you've either withdrawn, you could just be saying, look, I'm a little guarded right now and I just don't feel like dealing with other people's energy. I'm doing some inner stuff and I just want to be left alone. That's what I feel like. It's almost as if there's several people coming at you from different directions. You could have a lot of people pulling at your energy right now. If you do work, like I want to say physical training, if that's what you do for a living, or you are a counselor or something of that sort, it feels like people are constantly needing you or wanting something from you, and that could be exhausting. And this is where it's saying, you know, put up your boundaries with those people, and when you're tired, you're tired. And if you can't give, you just can't give. So if they don't understand that, that's on them, not on you. But I feel like you're being pulled at from lots of different directions. All right, so the Four of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords, we have the Death, which I like because this is the transformation that I'm talking about you going through, not holding on so tightly to things that have not progressed or where there wasn't balance in your life. So yes, you're going through a mini death and rebirth type of process right now. You could go through 100 of them in a year. It doesn't matter how often they happen. They don't just happen once. It's going to be repetitive in your life, and you're going to realize that you get through every single one of them. In this case, I feel like that's what's happening to you right now. So it's just another aspect of releasing some parts of either the ego or things that just don't suit you any longer that are going to need to be released from your life in order for that movement to continue forward. So anything that's going to hold you back is going to be released. And sometimes that time out is what you need in order to go through that. That could be a part of the exhaustion as well. All right, so the Knight of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Ten of Swords. Exactly. So you're releasing anything that felt like betrayals, disappointments, misunderstandings that you, when I say misunderstandings, I don't mean between you and necessarily another person. Your idea of how things should look. It's like your perception is starting to shift and you're starting to see things from a different point of view. So when you start to go through this spiritual process, you release the ideas around the old conditioning. And that's what I feel like you're letting go of. Anything, any idea, any perception of stability, anything that was told to you that doesn't feel right to you anymore, you're letting go of. It's like you're finally at a place where you're going to be going in your own direction without all of those voices in the back of your head. All right, so let's look at the King of Swords with the Empress in reverse, both in reverse. So the Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is where you're going to actually find that balance. You may have given back to family situations, a mother, a father, people that represent those types of energies, a boss. And now, because you're going to be letting go of that, releasing some of that energy as well, believe it or not, the Six of Cups in reverse actually means balance. Instead of one person giving more than the other, this is you pulling back and saying, unless you bring the same kind of energy to this relationship, I don't care what your title is. It doesn't matter. I need that balance in my life in order to function properly. All right, the Empress and the Two of Pentacles. So then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. So that lackluster, that little bit of passion that may be feeling again, like I want to say the match went out. So whether you lost passion for something in your past and it's allowed you to release it, that actually could be a good energy. The back and forth could be, do I actually stay in this situation if you're with somebody currently, or do I leave it? Am I still in love with someone? Doesn't matter if their energy is with you or not. This could be saying, do I still have that passion for this? Could be work. Do I really still have a passion for this situation? I want balance in my life. And if I'm not going to have it, then there's a reason why you start losing passion for something, right? It's like it's Spirit's way of removing any kind of drama, Five of Wands, in your life away from you. And then the Ace of Pentacles that's holding you back from taking steps forward. All right, so let's go ahead. Now, you could be dealing with a Leo. I have Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy very strong. A lot of fire, so Sag, Leo, and Aries. Scorpio. And those are the strongest ones I feel right now. All right, so it doesn't mean that the others couldn't apply if you are dealing with somebody that did not come up as far as their sign is concerned. I'm going to clear these and we'll get into your person's energy, whoever's on your mind. So think about them for just a moment. Sorry about the noise in the background. My kid's power washing his car. And you can hear it right outside my office windows. All right, this is for Pisces. Actually, it sounds like vacuuming. Let's see what's going on with your person. We have the Five of Cups in reverse, the Page of Pentacles, the King of Swords in reverse, and the Three of Cups. So your energy is the Seven of Wands. That's that kind of defending yourself, like wanting to get to a place. Yeah, because you want to get away from any toxicity and find balance in your life. So, God, this card has come out for every single one of the signs I've done today. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aquarius, but everyone's card has come up with the couples about trusting your intuition. So for those of you who have been back and forth between trusting and not trusting, also they're drawing me to the B and the J. So if your person has that letter as the beginning of their name or first name or last, or you do, then this is going to be something that's specifically for you. You need to trust your intuition better. It's like there's a part of you that knows that it's kicking in, but at times I think you tend to ignore it. And now you're kind of getting that spiritual slap on the hand. Like really pay attention to what they're trying to tell you. All right, so your person's energy is the Five of Cups in reverse, if I can get this in my hand, with the Page of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Three of Cups. I feel like this person has something to tell you. It's like they had to release something emotionally from their life, and they weren't being honest about that. And now they're wanting to come together and find some kind of peace. They could be wanting to spend some time with you and just talk about things, or maybe get to an emotional level with the cups. They want to open up about something they weren't explaining to you before. So if you're curious if this person wants to move forward, I sense that they do. It's like they needed to release something else that was on their mind that had nothing to do with you, but they haven't been completely honest about it. Okay. Now your energy is the Seven of Wands. I think I can see where you're guarded, and because you just want to get to a place of peace. You don't want to deal with any kind of toxicity, but this is also about ramping up your passion. Now, could there be some codependency issues on your end or theirs that you're trying to get away from? Definitely. So if they have any addiction issues, that could be a problem that they hadn't spoken about, and they just need to clear the air with you and let you know. Maybe you were sensing there was something toxic about them or even their past situation. I feel like this is more you recognizing that something was a little bit unhealthy. But I do feel that you want justice, balance in it. So it looks like you are interested in just getting to a calmer place. All right, so let's look at the romance angels and see what comes up for you here. This is for Pisces. All right, so we have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Maybe that's where you are. You just don't want to deal with any kind of, issues that other people have, and you just kind of want to get out there and be a little more flirtatious or see if there's other options. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. It could be on either one of your parts. Unrequited love, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And then very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Overall, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So for those of you that are kind of just curious about this person, there could be a lot of things going on with them. They could have financial issues. That could be part of what it is that they need to talk to you about. I think they fear that you don't feel the same way about them that they do about you. And I think you're going to have to get clear if this is really what you want. Because if it's not, then I can see that you just want to get to a place where you find peace in your life and maybe open yourself up to the possibility of something new. I think you're just most interested in finding balance within yourself. All right. Let's get a little bit of advice. This is for Pisces. What's the advice you have for them around this situation? Okay, the Emperor is taking back control of your life. All right, so this is going within. The internal conflict needs to be resolved, whether it be with you or them, because this is something that has not quite closed out, but I feel like there needs to be individual internal work done, because nobody seems to be standing in their strength and in their power. And like I said, I felt exhaustion from the beginning, so this could be what's draining your energy right now, and it's just a matter of going back within and reflecting on what's truly going to make you happy and whether this can work for you or not. Okay, so the advice is to do some more internal. All right, let's look at the Lover's Oracle. This is for Pisces. Okay, this card came right up. It says romance, Cupid arrow strikes. That's interesting. So some of you may have met somebody else and be interested in the idea of pursuing something beyond this, but you haven't quite released yourself from it yet. It says embrace through each other, you find the missing pieces. If that's the case and you want to work on it, you may end up having that chat. It's going to be different for all of you, so I want to give you all the scenarios. And then we have time. You are trying too hard, give it time. I agree with that. If you do feel like you've been putting too much effort and this person hasn't come and cleared things up, that's why they're saying to go back within. All right. Last but not least, let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is for Pisces. So we have serendipity. This is an 18, which reduces to a 9. It's knowing that on the other side of these endings is new beginnings, and there's some kind of luck that's going to be coming towards you. So whatever that is for you, it could be something very small. They just mentioned the lottery. Doesn't mean everybody's going to go out and win the lottery, but you could just go by and happen to pick up a ticket and you win a couple of bucks, right? It's something good like that. But luck is on your side for this period of time. And then we have new life. So things are shifting, and that could be why you're doing so much withdrawing, because you're about to start into a whole new cycle, that death and rebirth. And the new life is telling you that things are about to shift and change. TikTok, I could see where that would be a little bit of impatience involved. Now, they wanted me to look at the bottom for that card, but I'm going to pull back from the top. And then round and round. This is that cycle that I feel like you've gone through over and over and over again, and you don't want to repeat it again. So it's saying put a close to that if you don't want to see the same. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Why I felt the need to say that, I don't know, but somebody needed to hear that. All right, and then peace. So big changes, peace. Try to relax into the energy and allow spirit to do their work. There's a higher power. Obviously, not everybody is at the point where they trust completely, but I'm going to say if you can take a deep breath and fall into trusting that there is a bigger purpose happening for you, with you, around you, they're guiding you, it's definitely going to shift things into a different realm and help you understand why everything that has happened, and why it's happening for you, not just what feels like at times like against you. You guys know what I mean. All right. I love you so much. Thank you so much for all of your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. I hope this helped. I do personals. I said that in the beginning. So if you'd like that, it's in the description box. I hope you guys have a great mid-month to the next mid-month, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.